I'm Keith Telfayan from California, living in Berlin, Europe, 2 years, and 4 more in all likelihood. This is the aftermath of America's decision to elect Donald Trump to presidency. What the fuck? I did not expect this. I was pretty confident that Hillary Clinton, the able, competent career politician, would become the president, and that was a realistic pill I was willing to swallow. This is a shock. This is confusing and disorienting and outrageous. And I'm not sure what to think exactly, but here's some thoughts. First of all, only 57 million people out of 300 million voted, half of those for Trump, less than 10% of the country. 30 million people tops voted for Donald Trump. So let's bite our tongues before declaring that half the country is a bunch of racist, sexist bigots, because I don't even think that the 30 million people that voted for him qualify as such. When I think of a Trump voter I know, I think of a normal person living in Tennessee who is frustrated and angry and confused about the future. And Donald Trump has exploited those fears and feelings well. Hillary Clinton is not exciting. Less exciting than Al Gore, apparently. And on the left, we deserve a lot of the blame for not rallying and mobilizing around this able candidate better. What did we hear about her? She was in the pockets of big banks. She's a total establishment person. Maybe these are things that we can now appreciate about Trump somehow. Maybe they're a little exciting. He's a madman. He's a narcissist. That's clear. But I am curious what might come of it. And I hope that he actually keeps a lid on the rest of the Republicans who do nothing but bait poor people into demagoguery and Christian conservatism. I think it's time for us on the left, those of us that are sane, to be a little more rational and analytical and less addicted to outrage. Outrage is understandable, of course, but at whom and at what? Identity politics are hurting everybody. A lack of priorities are hurting everybody. We need to focus on a future where automation takes over work. We need to focus on alternative energy sources. We need to focus on criminal justice and what is legal and what's fine. These are not things that we're talking about now because we're so obsessed with pointing blame and pointing fingers at people that don't use the right words for certain things, people that supposedly judge others for their skin color or their gender, when I think we're the ones doing that. It's a problem, and in a way, this is what we get. I, for one, am glad not to be there now. I think living in Europe is far more enlightened, and America needs to check itself. Let's continue thinking about this, feeling it, and not necessarily throwing bricks at everything.